what's going on? This is Muriel from the Sunshine Family, and in my today's video I will talk about traffic in Costa Rica and living in Costa Rica as a Costa Rica expat when you have to deal with the traffic police. Yes, the traffic police is a big thing here for basically everyone in Costa Rica because, you know, they just guard how safe the traffic is. However, what do you do when you get a traffic ticket, and for what things can you receive a traffic ticket? And is this also, when you are a Costa Rica tourist, important to know? Well, I'm gonna touch on that I just paid my very first traffic ticket in Costa Rica, and for me it was new and I'm not proud of it, but I will tell you exactly what happened, how much it was, for what it was, and things that you can learn from, hopefully to prevent paying for something that you can better spend on other things like a cocktail at the beach or, you know, something cool. But before I'm gonna dive right in, so stick to my video to the end, I wanted to thank you for watching my videos, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, this could be the moment to hit that little icon you see on the screen, then tap the bell to get notified every time I upload new video. That's always Costa Rica related, and especially for Costa Rica expat wannabes or Costa Rica expat like myself, because I share everything I've learned myself. That's my mission of the channel. So yeah, I hope that you find a lot of value in today's video again, and a little introduction about myself, about why I do what I do and how I make my living from Costa Rica, and how this may be something for you as well. Here's a little brief introduction about myself. Okay, why did the traffic police, also called on the street, it's the street name for the traffic police in Costa Rica, the traficos, why did we receive a traffic ticket? Well, first of all, it wasn't me, but it was my husband, and it feels like one. It could have been me. Why? Well, first of all, he was driving in his car, in our car, which has plates, which has manchamo, which has reteve, paperwork, basically the paperwork that you need to drive legally in Costa Rica, with of course a legit driver's license, right? And you have to be, of course, driving according to the traffic rules. Now, what happened? Dirk was stopped by the traficos. However, that's not really what happens quite a lot. Most people get stopped by the traffic police if they are driving a motorbike without plates or without helmets or without that band that you see people wearing. It's mandatory when you're driving a quad or a moto. But this time Dirk was stopped in his car, which was actually the very first time, and they asked him for his driver's license and passport. Now, perhaps you already guessed it, he forgot his driver's license, and that was not a good thing. So what happened was, they asked him for his passport to see who he was, and it was all registered. And then they gave him a traffic ticket for not showing his driver's license. And the man said, that's $1,160. That's what he said to Dirk. So Dirk came home in shock. But that was not all. They almost took in his car, but he was with our son. He said something like, come on, you know, that's not necessary. Let me just pay for the fine for the ticket, and just, you know, I can show you my driver's license. Of course, it was really stupid. But then, you know what happened? They took the plates off the car and they gave him a ticket. So you can guess how Dirk felt coming home with a car without plates. And on the ticket was shown that he will get back the plates of the car, so the numbers of the car, the front and the back, and he has to pick them up from Liberia after proving that he paid for his ticket, his traffic ticket. Can you imagine how you feel when something like that happens? Now, if you're watching this video because you're a Costa Rica tourist and you're driving in a rental car, there's different rules for you, okay? So they're kind of easier on tourists, of course, but you have to show your driver's license and you can get fined. Also, if you were driving on the quad without helmet and stuff, so be careful, they will register your name and you can get a ticket. However, it's more for Costa Rica expats. So I was like, okay, let's read the ticket very careful, very precise. And what was stated on the ticket was that it was 161,000, do I say that well? Colones, right? That's less than $300. So I was like, Dirk, they informed you wrong. It's another amount on the ticket. That made him feel more relieved. Then we realized the plates were really in Liberia. It was stated on the ticket. So you get a paper of the trafficos and then you have to make sure that you pay for your ticket. But where do you pay for a traffic ticket? We were clueless, so I googled it. No, actually, I googled it first and then I thought, what the heck, I have an amazing attorney who helped us with everything, with buying our property, with applying for residency, with all kinds of big and small things. I'm gonna ask him for advice. And he said, you just go to the bank, just pay for the ticket, show me the proof that you paid for the ticket. You always get like a paper proof. Don't leave without it. Send it to me and I will send the guy to pick up your plates in Liberia and have a courier, someone who picks something up for you, bring it to you nearby town in Kobano. That is what my attorney does. Really, he is my guardian angel. Without him, I would not know how to deal with this. So that's why I'm sharing what I've learned today with you. So first of all, there are Traffico warning groups on WhatsApp. If you are a Costa Rica expat, be sure to get in a Traffico group and always check around where you're driving if there's Trafficos in town. If you have your paperwork in place, perhaps you're asking, do I still need to do it if I have everything with me? I recommend you to do it because the Trafficos where I live are, how do you say that, don't have a good name because there's lots of cases where people have all their paperwork, so their Manchamo, their Viteva, their driver's license, the car is totally fine, and they always find something. For example, if you don't have your alarm triangle with you, so not in your car, they can sue you, right? If you don't wear a helmet on a moto or on the quad, it's $150 to $300 for just not wearing a helmet. If you're not wearing your belt, your fluo belt that makes you more visible at night, you can get a traffic ticket just for that from $150 to $300. Okay, so are you aware of how much money you're losing if you're just dumbass and just think it's cool to drive without a helmet? It's not cool in the first place because it's not safe, and secondly, you want to be seen with a belt on, and just it's for your own safety. But still, of course, you just want to be far away from the trafficos. It's what I've learned, like first rule when you're driving a vehicle, and it's not a cool thing, I'm not used to that, from the Netherlands. But I'm not saying they're corrupt whatsoever, but they're just formalities that you have to obey. So, but this is what happened, and it was very unexpected. So the Traffico told the wrong amount to Dirk, or I don't know why, perhaps accidentally, but at the bank the next day, first thing in the morning, we went to the bank. The traffic ticket was not in the system yet. And then I asked Tico friend, like, what the heck, you know, I want to get my plates back. We have stuff to do. We need that car. It's rainy season. Come on. He said, oh, it can take up to a week to 15 days for the traffic ticket to be in the system for you in order to pay it, right? And then still you're not sure what the amount will be. So with a beating heart, for 2 more times that same week, I went to check if we could pay for the traffic ticket. 10 days later, exactly 10 days later, finally the ticket showed up in the system and we could pay it. Now guess how much it was? It was less than 160,000 colones. It was 95,000 colones. It was way less. It was not the same amount as on the ticket. Don't ask me why, but we paid it. We showed the proof to my attorney over WhatsApp, and he said, okay, I'm going to send my guy to pick the plates up. That was yesterday. So I'm like, okay, I have never done this before. Again, I'm not proud that I have a traffic ticket, but when you are Costa Rica expat wannabe, or you're living in Costa Rica and you were never in this situation, stay calm, always have your driver's license with you. And this is another tip which I received from one of my Tico friends. Oh, that a cutie. That was, oh, my dog has a friend. That if, well, I'm not sure if this is something that interests you, but if you are in expediente, that means you applied for residency. This is a big thing for Costa Rica expat. It's a gap in the law, which is not in your benefit, and it is in your benefit. It depends on how you look at it. If you have applied for residency, okay, it means that it takes a while before it gets approved, before it's official. And in the meantime, you get a paper. You can wear a paper, work with you, with stamps on it, and especially if you did your fingerprints and everything that you did from your end to apply for residency, you get a number. It's called expediente number. That number is holy. Be sure to always have that paper and a picture of it in your photos in your phone with you, because that means that you do not have to leave the country every 90 days, okay? You're basically, I'm not sure if that's really stated that way in the law, but you're in between laws. You applied for residency. It's not your fault that Costa Rica takes so long, so you are not illegally overstaying your tourist visa, okay? My attorney confirmed me that. But according to your driver's license, which is a driver's license from another country, in my case from the Netherlands, that is not legit anymore the moment you overstayed the 90 days that stands for tourist visa. So officially, my Dutch driver's license is not valid when I did not leave the country within 90 days because I basically overstayed. So now my driver's license is not, it is legal, but it's not, if you get what I mean. But the only way for Traficos to find it out is to see the pages with the stamps of your entry dates and your leaving dates, all the stamps in your passport. Now, this is a fact, and a very trustable Tico friend assured me this. It is legal to show copies of your passport and your driver's license. So, especially your passport. I'm now actually not sure about your driver's license, but just be sure that you always have a picture of your information of you, your passport number and your photo and, you know, date of birth and all that jazz, but not showing the pages with the stamps. When was the last time you entered and left Costa Rica? With that, the traffic police will probably ask you, okay, so show me your driver's license. As long as that is valid and you can show a picture of a legal passport, they can look it up. If you're a legally existing person, they will not be able to see when you entered the country from their end at the street. That means that you're kind of slipping through the gaps of the law. Now, this is not to, you know, to promote doing things against the law, but it's a big thing. Come on, you're waiting for your residency. You bought a house or you're renting, you have a life here. It's stupid that you have to leave the country just for your driver's license. Now my attorney assured me, as long as you can show your driver's license, the worst case, and can show that you're a person, the worst case that can happen is that you get a fine of more or less $100, and that's it. Well, that's basically what happened. Besides that, they took their plates because, I don't know why, perhaps it was because he couldn't show a legit driver's license and not a copy, and they just saw the expediente paper and the passport, so they didn't sue him for overstaying his visa. Tourist visa. So basically what I've learned that I think can really benefit all those Costa Rica expats waiting for their residency: have a good copy. I would do a plastified copy of your passport in color, wear it with you, just say, you know, my passport is in my safe, in my home or in my hotel, wherever you're staying. Here's my driver's license. And when they ask you, when did you enter the country? Was it longer than 90 days? Just deny. And I know it's not fair, but I still think it's fair. I hope that you can benefit from this because it's a gap in the law. Because Costa Rica takes so bloody long for applying residency. You know, in Panama, you can get it in 2 days if you have applied for the right paperwork. And I'm already waiting for 1.5 years, which is fine for me, except for the driver's license part. It's not cool. So yeah, with that, I want to help you to find your way as an expat in Costa Rica. And I hope that you learned something from my story about how I paid for my very first traffic police ticket, which was kind of an adventure. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'm excited to meet you one day in Costa Rica. And who knows, you are interested in building a business online the way that I have done that. I have coaching programs, digital courses, and some other stuff, but there's a world of information where I described all that in the description below my video. So feel free to scroll down, check out the information, click on one of my links, connect with me, ask me questions. And with that being said, oh, there's my doggy still. And I was checking where he was. There he is. And see you soon. Bye from Costa Rica. Ciao.